Hello everyone, welcome back to Rising Dawn Tarot. I hope you guys are having a lovely, lovely day or evening or wherever you are in the world. It is currently 9:44 p.m. So I'm officially getting better at not recording these at like 1 in the morning, which honestly is good because as much as I like being awake at 1 in the morning, I don't like doing tarot at 1 in the morning because these videos take me like 3 hours to record and I don't need to be up till 4. So, yeah. So basically, today we're going to be talking about what is stopping your manifestations from manifesting, from coming in. Now, this reading is going to be taking a look at your manifestations in general. So if you have something very specific that you're trying to manifest and you're wondering why it isn't coming in, we're not going to be looking at what that manifestation is exactly, but we're more so going to be looking at the energies surrounding it. So someone could be really wishing for a career, but another person could be really wishing for this relationship to work out, and they could have the same energies involved in it with the same messages from spirit, and those are the messages that we're going to be focusing on, is the ones from spirit, from the universe, from the divine, and your guides. So if I'm doing the reading and I might mention like something like, oh, there's a cups here, so I might mention love, like Knight of Cups might come up, and I might be like, oh, there's like something to do with love here. It doesn't necessarily mean that your manifestation is like with love. It just means that perhaps the energy surrounding that is very similar to what the energy surrounding you is. So just a little bit of like a foreword, a pre-warning into this reading, because getting into specifics, like if I did everyone's specific manifestations, I would have like 50 piles to go through and it would be a very long reading. So yeah, it's going to be very generalized. So take what resonates. If something I'm talking about just doesn't apply to you, then let it fly and don't worry about it. So yeah, we have 3 piles. We have pile 1, 2, and 3. And you guys can pause the video to pick your pile, but I'm going to go ahead and get started right on into the reading. So I will see you in your pile. See you there, everyone. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to just go ahead and get started right away without talking for however many minutes that I tend to talk for. Listen, I'm a tarot reader, okay? There's a reason why I use my voice. Actually, that is so okay. I said I wouldn't do this and I am. Skip ahead like 60 seconds if you want to avoid the blah here. But like I was just thinking about this the other day and I was like, oh, I'm gonna start opening personal readings very soon. I set up like a Ko-Fi or a Coffee or however you guys want to say it. And I'm gonna set up some avenues to be able to offer personal readings. And I was looking at what other people were offering, and there are so many tarot readers out there who do like written word personal readings. And I just looked at it and I was like, I can't do that. Like, yes, I am, like, yes, I do write, and yes, I do consider myself a writer, but I'm a writer of like fiction. I'm not a writer of like my voice in terms of what I want to say. Like, I much prefer to talk, and I much prefer to actually speak, what I want to say. My voice is sort of my everything, it's my powerhouse. It's the one thing I can always rely on. And so I was just like looking at it and I was like, damn, there's so many written tarot reads, like, my goodness. So yeah, that was just something interesting I kind of noticed while looking around online and stuff like that. So if I ever do personal readings, well, not if, when I do personal readings, they will be video readings, or they will be like showing a card, no explanation kind of stuff, but they'll pretty much always be video readings because I just prefer this so much more. So, pile 1, let's get started into your cards, and we're going to be taking a look today at your manifestations, why they aren't coming in, or what the obstacle is, or what spirit and your spirit guides need you to know about your manifestations and the energies surrounding it. So let's take a look at your Moonology cards. The answers you need are coming full moon in Gemini. Interesting. I decided to do 2 oracles for this particular question or reading. Balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. Okay, and your clarifiers are the Ace of Swords and the 9 of Iridium. Okay. So I'm getting the sense that there may be a bit of rush, a bit of quickness. It's not... I feel like for a lot of you guys, you like need to slow down. You're aware that you need to slow down. But I think I think one of the reasons why you're not seeing the answers that you want right away is because you're expecting them to be right away. And there's a sense of divine timing involved with this, because we have 2 full moons. And I feel like, and because we have Gemini and Pisces here, I really feel like there's an extreme need, like, to balance your emotions with this, or your perception of this, I think is the right word. Because I think your emotions aren't necessarily, they could be at play, but I don't think it's the driving factor here. I think it's the perception of the situation. Your perspective on it is, why isn't this happening right away? Why am I not seeing the results that I want to see right now? And the answer is because they're going to take time. You know what I mean? We have a 9 on the side and an Ace on this side. That is really unbalanced energy, right? We have a full 9 and an Ace. Like, you know what I mean? You guys got the 1 and you guys got almost a 10. Like, that's some extreme imbalance. And I think you guys are kind of rushing the process. You guys are waiting for something to happen, something to change. And Spirit's wanting you to know, like, the answers are coming. They are. Like, you'll see what you need to see soon enough. But you have to kind of calm down and slow down and not expect to see your reward right away. And I think you guys know this. However, I think perhaps there's still that sense of it's like your perception on it is kind of clouded. Like, you have a clouded judgment right now. You're like, oh, well, if this doesn't show up like that, then that means I did this wrong. And it's like, there is no wrong in this situation. There is no, there's no, how would I say it? It's like, you can't go wrong because it's always right for you in that particular moment, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think you guys are trying to explain why things aren't the way you think they should be a little too logically. I feel like you guys are really up in your head. I have a feeling that this could be concerning, for some of you, I think this is concerning money of some kind. I keep seeing like an image of like stock exchange or like crypto exchange. So some of you guys could be like wondering about that. Yeah, I just feel like you're really in your head about it, rather than sort of just setting it and then just trusting that it'll work out, while also making sure that you're being practical about it. Like, that will really help in the long run, because trying to control something that, like the stock market, which you really can't control, there's no point in worrying about it. There's no point in trying to rush over it, because it's just not something that you can easily control at all, actually. Like, so there's definitely an extreme need here to balance your energies out and to remove yourself from being in your head. And I think just know that, like, yes, you can put the work in, but no, you cannot overwork yourself like you are, because it's not helping anything. Like, work smarter, not harder, is what I always say. So let's go into your tarot. Universe, why is pile 1's manifestations, or what are the obstacles in pile 1's manifestations? So we have the Magician. It came out reversed, just to note. I'm getting the sense to take all of them, so I think I will. Okay, so we have the Magician, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Star, and we have... Sorry, I just need to put these there. That feels better. Okay. And we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. Yeah, this is something you guys really want. It's interesting. It's something you guys really, really want, but I don't think it's the only thing you want. Like, I feel like you guys are trying to manifest multiple things at once. And it's not even like you're really... I think, honestly, I think one of the reasons why you're not seeing the results you want to see is because you have too many options. You haven't committed to one option. There's a lack of commitment to one particular thing here. It's sort of... It's like you're manifesting multiple things, but you really only truly wish for one of them. For some of you, this could be the balance between family, it could be the balance between, like, or choosing between love, of a connection, of, you know, something romantic or something that brings you great joy, versus something practical and dependable, like the Queen of Pentacles. You know, she's a very grounded, very kind of secure kind of person in her, you know, aspects of her life in the material world. And I think you guys are trying to choose between, like, maybe emotions versus practicality. And I think this is what the full moon in Pisces is saying, is that you need to balance that, because right now you guys are in the Seven of Cup energy and you're not committed to one thing, and Spirit is saying you have to pick. Like, you have to pick. But I think there might be a little bit of a lack of clarity on this, maybe, because we have the answers you need are coming. So I'm wondering if perhaps you guys are maybe a little confused about what exactly you're supposed to be aiming for here. I would really like to just go ahead and clarify this, because I want to see what your options are. Universe, can you clarify the Seven of Cups, please? Okay, that's way too many cards. Okay, Universe is telling me to take these 3 here, so I'm gonna take those. Okay, yeah, so the Moon, the Seven of Wands, and the Four of Wands. So what you don't see is your lack of faith in a certain thing that makes you happy. It makes you happy. There's something you're not seeing about it. There might be a detail unknown. Like, for example, you might get a job offer for something and you're like, oh, this is perfect. This looks really good. This is everything I wanted. However, maybe it's like, oh, but the job doesn't pay for the first year, and you're like, you have to intern, or you have to move somewhere, or, you know, like, I think there's something that you're not seeing. If it's to this emotional fulfillment, it's because you're not committed to it, right? If you were, universe wants you to show the universe, show the divine, that you can commit yourself to something that makes you happy before you leave everything else behind. Because I think there's a lack of ability to commit to this thing, of you really want it, but you're not really doing it. It's like, oh, if I leave this, then I can finally go do that and everything will be okay. But the thing is that I think Spirit is saying really make sure that that's actually what you want and can do, because you could want it but not do it. And if you're not going to do it, then you're going to have to figure something else out, because I think the universe is kind of saying like you can avoid a lot of trouble if you really, really make sure that you're picking things that you can stay committed to. Because there is something that you're not, there's something that you're not seeing. I think as well too, is the path you guys are choosing could have a lot of obstacles on it, could have a lot of struggles. And I think sometimes that with this imbalance of spirituality and practicality, that you have a tendency to quit when it gets hard at the first step. And I think Spirit is saying like, you need to realize this. You need to realize that this thing you want and are trying to go after is going to be difficult. It's going to have obstacles. It's going to have challenges. It'll make you very happy, but you have to get over all the obstacles in order to get there. And I get the sense that maybe, you know, you'll get a little bit in, but then it just gets too hard, and so you end up backing out. But I do see you manifesting this, so it's something you want, clearly. I just think there's a lack of, it just feels like there's a lack of commitment. You know, there's a lack of the practical side of it, right? You guys might be daydreaming about this thing, you know, wishing for it to come true, but until you actually put yourself in it to go get it, it's not going to happen. Like, we can wish for our knight in shining armor to walk up onto our door, but if we never leave our house, how is someone never supposed to know that we're in the house? You know, like, your knight in shining armor could walk down the street and you wouldn't even know it because you're waiting for them to knock on the door, but yet they don't even know what door to knock on. Like, let's clarify the Magician. Ooh, okay, hello. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys are really wanting security. You guys are really wanting your sort of happy ending. We have Judgment coming in. So what this is showing me with the Magician here and the Devil on the back of the deck. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What this is showing me is that you guys are wanting the security. You guys are wanting stability. However, what this thing you're manifesting is not manifesting stability for you. It's manifesting something that you want to experience, but it doesn't actually have that stability that you're wanting in the first place, because you're not manifesting the stability. You're just manifesting the idea of it. And that's where things are going wrong. I think it's a bad habit that you guys might have, or it is something that is holding you back. It's something that is making you stay stuck in this energy of, I want it, but it doesn't seem to ever happen for me. Well, because you're not manifesting the stability part of it. You're just manifesting the idea of it. It's like someone who is in love with the idea of love, but when it comes down to an actual relationship, they have trouble actually fully showing up for the person or fully wanting to stay in a relationship. And that's why this is sort of reaching its apex here, is because either you're going to get it or you won't. And if you end up getting it, Spirit is saying it's not going to be what you expect. It's not going to be what you want, because you didn't do the proper foundation work involved in it. I don't know why I'm pointing at the star for that. I just feel that this star is really important. I really think you guys are manifesting something, but you're not thinking about both sides of it. You're not thinking about, you know, the ins and outs, you know, count your P's and Q's kind of thing. Like, I think there's a real need to start manifesting stability and start manifesting a grounded foundation before you start thinking about the future. Because I think you guys are daydreaming a little bit about sort of the ending. I think you guys are kind of looking at it like, oh, well, you know, for example, I want to be with, or I think this could be about a career maybe, or something like a job, but you guys could be thinking like, oh, I want to manifest this career where I can work from home, or I can work my own hours, or I can get all these connections and I'll do all these things and I'll have all this notoriety. But the thing is that the idea of that is great. But do you want to have notoriety for being in a job that is really controversial? Do you want to have the ability to have a high paying job, but then work so many hours that you don't ever get any time to yourself. Like, you know what I mean? I think you guys are dreaming about this idea of something without thinking about the realities of it in the practical world. Your spiritualness of it is off the charts. You guys feel it. You want it. But the actual ability to start it and ground it and build step one yourself is lacking. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles really quickly. Universe, can you please clarify the Queen of Pentacles? Let's clarify. Hermit. Ace of Swords yet again. I don't feel the need to take these except the High Priestess. With the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's definitely... It's so weird because it's like you guys know this. You guys are aware of this, right? I'm telling you information that I think deep down you already know. But you're not allowing yourself the time to actually, like, know it. I think what you guys need to do is take a step back from this and really, really think about it. Really think about it. And I mean, like, plan it, right? Put yourself in those shoes of, okay, tomorrow I start this, whatever it is. How will it go? And if, I think right off the bat, you're going to go, oh, wait, I don't want that. And this doesn't work. And wait, what if this happens? And you're going to start seeing sort of this unraveling of a thread of your ideas being wrapped around the wrong spool. And you're going to go, ooh, wait, maybe I should change it. Maybe I should do whatever you'll do in this situation. Because you guys know this. Like I said, I feel like I'm telling you information that you deep down, you know that you need to think about this more, that you need to plan this more, right? That this needs a solid foundation first. I think you guys are a little unsure about something. I think you guys are waiting for an answer. Like maybe you applied to a job, but you haven't heard back yet. And it's like, okay, well, that's obviously something you have to wait for, but don't change your whole life before you get the official answer. You know, don't move to a new country without the work visa. You know what I mean? If you haven't gotten approved yet, don't even think about moving. Like, or don't even think about, you know, moving to a new city without actually having gotten the job yet. Because while you might feel confident and you might know that you're manifesting it and you might think, oh, I've got this in the bag, it's like you're so far into your head overthinking this that you're not thinking about the practicality of it. It's interesting. You've got a lot of mental energy here, but it's not mental energy that is from the heart or from the practical side of things. It's just a lot of cyclical thoughts, I think, that are kind of stopping you from having this new start. It's like if you go in, you'll have this mental refresh and you'll be able to actually start with the ace and work your way up to the tens instead of starting at the nines and working your way down to the ace. So, yeah, that's kind of it for this reading. We could do... I wasn't going to do, like, advice from the universe, but I'm kind of feeling called to. So we'll do that. Universe advice for pile 1 to close off the reading. We have the King of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. There's someone you can reach out to here. There's a person you can reach out to. Spirit's saying you need to connect with people around you and talk it out with someone. There's someone who can help you really deep dive into this situation and really go over all of the details involved. And just help you make a choice. You can also do this with yourself too, is what I'm hearing, is that you just need to analyze the situation more. Like really deep dive into it and think about it from not just an emotional, but also a logical perspective. Because we have the Ace of Pentacles here, which is showing me that, like, this offer of stability or material is definitely arriving. But I think there's definitely some more thought process that needs to go into this before you make a decision. Because I think you guys are thinking that if this other thing makes a decision for you, then it'll all be good and it'll all work out. But you're not making the decision for yourself. And that's something that's really being heavily emphasized here, is that you need to really decide, do I truly want this for me? Not for them, not because they're making the choice for me, but because I'm making it for me and my own wishes and my own star, you know? Thread your own, like, knit your own sweater. Don't expect someone else to knit it for you and hope that it works out for the best. You know, like, take matters into your own hands kind of thing. Sorry, that knitting analogy was bad. That was a really poor analogy. Anyways, thank you, Pile 1, for watching this reading. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully it cleared things up. And again, like I said, I know this is kind of more generalized energy. It's not specific to any one thing. But it's also kind of impossible to be specific because, you know, it's just the energies in general. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, you can click the like button down below. That would really help me out. And you can also click the subscribe button if you want to see more of my tarot videos. You can also click the bell notification to be updated on when I upload new videos. And if you guys want to leave a comment, I love comments. I love seeing what pile you guys chose, what your thoughts are, what resonated, that type of stuff. And yeah, I'll let you also as well, my Ko-Fi is in the description. I'm going to be starting personal readings pretty soon, so if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, that will be up probably beginning of December-ish. It might be December 3rd, 4th, because obviously we have the new moon coming up, so I don't really want to start this on the full moon, or I don't want to start this before then. So look, December, beginning of December. Anyways, I'm rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video or pile. Bye, Pile 1. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we are going to be taking a look at what is blocking your manifestations, or why you aren't seeing the results you want in something that you are actively manifesting. I mentioned this in the intro, but I'll mention it just quickly again, that this is a very generalized reading. We're going to be taking a look at energies involved, and we're going to be looking at things from a very non-specific standpoint. So if you guys were thinking like, oh, I'm wanting information on this specific thing about love, I won't be exactly being like, oh, it's definitely about love, because there's just too many options of energies for me to go through. So it's going to be very generalized. If you're still confused, you might be, because I explained that really poorly. You'll see in the reading. If you've come from Pile 1, you'll know how this works, because yeah, it's pretty general, but you know, it's still here. It's still here to help and to guide. That is my goal. Let's take a look at your oracles. Ooh, meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Interesting. And we have, ooh, be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. That's always fun. So if anyone's wondering, cardinal moon is Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and I think Cancer are the ones. Those are the cardinal signs. So that's what the cardinal moon means, is when the moon is in Aries, Libra, Capricorn, or Cancer. Take a look at your clarifier. So we have the 6 of Swords, and we have the Chariot. Okay. Well, certainly a sense of movement, that's for sure. It's kind of interesting because we have the be bold and make the first move, but we also have meditate and contemplate. So really what I'm seeing here is you guys are definitely in a transition phase. I think your manifestation is your end goal. Or it could be just the transition or change itself. That's an option too. But I'm getting the message here that Spirit is saying that you're very quick to get this to go. Like, I feel like you guys are like, chop, chop, double time, right? And Spirit is saying like, hold on a second. Just pause for a moment. Because I think mentally you guys are setting yourself up for disappointment because you're holding an expectation that is not quite right for the situation. It's not that the expectation is like too high. It's just simply that for this particular, whatever your situation is, your expectation of it needs adjusting. So Spirit's saying that it might be an old expectation. Like, you guys came from point A to point B, and now you're trying to get from B to C. And your expectation is still to get to B. But you're already there. So it can't be the same. You know what I mean? The way you went from A to B is not going to be the same as going to B to C. It's going to be different. It's going to be completely what you don't expect it to be. And I think you guys are having the expectation that, oh, if I did this once, then I can do it again. But the thing is that it's not happening again. It's happening very differently. And so pausing before you overrun yourself with the chariot, because I think you guys are like, go, 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 right? Sorry, I did really bad snaps there because I didn't actually want to snap out loud. But you guys are like, go, go, go. And Spirit is saying like, check your tires, check your wheels before you de-wheel yourself, because you're about to run off the road and your wheel's about to fall off. Like, take a moment to just meditate and contemplate for just a second, just like a day or 2 or 3 and really think it through before you make some really bold move that isn't quite right. I still think you guys need to be bold and make the first move. I think you still need to have to be the initiator here. But I think you guys are going into it with the I don't want to say the wrong mindset. It's just not the right mindset. It's not wrong, but it's not right. It's just off slightly. It needs adjustment. If I could give one word to this pile, it would be adjustment. So with that, let's go into your tarot and take a look. Universe, what is pile 2's obstacles in their manifestation? What are the obstacles in this? Oop. Hello. Okay, so starting off, we have the World. So definitely something changing. We have the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, the Star, and the 3 of Wands. Okay. It's interesting. Pile 10 Pentacles on the bottom of deck. Okay, so there might be some connections here to pile 1. There might be a message for you in pile 1. Similar cards, not similar energies though, but similar cards. Yeah, you guys definitely have this sensation of transition, of change. I think honestly, you guys are manifesting hard work in an outdated sense. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's kind of like what I was saying before, of you guys are both really, like, you the watcher of the video is looking back at the past and seeing success and thinking, oh, if I do this again, I'll see the same success I did for the last time. If I just do the same thing, I'll get the same result. And that is not the case for this. it's different. It's a completely different situation, different energies, different everything. For some of you, this is very specific, so this won't apply to everyone. You're thinking about this in terms of a relationship. I know we don't have any cups energy here, but it did come across pretty strongly. Just seeing like a relationship kind of thing was that I think some of you guys are like, oh, I approached my last good connection with someone a certain way, so I'll approach this new thing the same way I did in the past, which is not right in any sense, because it's a completely different person who has different everything, you know, and what worked in the past might not work now or in the future. Excuse me. Let's pull some clarity cards, because I am kind of wanting to see. So, can we clear my 10 of Swords, please, universe? Let's clarify. There we go. Hanged Man. And the 6 of Cups. Yeah, you guys are looking to the past a lot in this. You guys have a sense of almost nostalgia for something, but it's causing you to be very stagnant. It's almost like you want this old energy and you're almost considering going back to it because it felt so good, but it's holding you back because you're not allowing yourself to experience new energy, to experience something that is refreshing and worth your time. Not to say that the old thing wasn't worth your time. I just think that it's like you want to bring the old energies with you, in a sense. You know what I mean? It's like you've packed the suitcase and put it in the closet, and you're like, oh, I need to bring this with me. And then you go to put it in the car and there's no room. And you're like, well, shit, what do I do? But I just really think that, like, I just think there needs to be some more consideration on if you really need something from the past to come with you, if that makes sense. Let me clarify the world. Universe, can you please clarify the world? Clarify the world, please, universe. Top two or three. Emperor. The Emperor, the 10 of Wands, and I feel called to take this one as well. The King of Cups. Yeah, it's like you guys want to take on it's like you guys are taking on the responsibility for someone else. Like, oh, this person is going through this and I can help with this, so I'll take the responsibility of doing this or completing this or whatever it may be. And you're sort of being like, oh, I can help this person. But I don't think you're helping yourself per se. And again, it's that energy of this thing in the past was so good that I want it again. So if I do the same things as last time, I can get the thing that I had that made me happy. Which isn't the case. It's not something that, it's not something that happens. That's not, I'm gonna say that's not what you want. Like, and that's not coming from me as the reader. That's coming from spirit. That's coming from universe. Like, you don't want that old thing. You want the new thing, you know? I also get for some of you, something could have ended here that just completely tore your world apart. And you're now trying to, like, move on but you're like doing it in a way that is like, oh, I must prove that I can do all these things because look how unaffected I am by all of this. And you think that, and you're hoping that it'll help you move forward, when in reality, I don't think it will help at all. I think you're just avoiding actually healing from something and allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel. That's very specific, so that won't apply to everyone. Let's clarify the Three of Wands. What are you looking back at? So I get the sense that you guys are looking back at something. Three of Wands clarified by the Three of Pentacles. A lot of threes here. Something that could have been a team effort. Can you just clarify the Three of Wands, please? It's a lot of cards, but I'll take the top two, they say. Knight of Swords on bottom of the deck. Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, so progression here of some kind, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, it was definitely something that you're looking back on that definitely brought you a lot of pain. I almost wanted to cry there, my God. Yeah, something that really brought you guys a ton of pain. Something that it kind of shattered you to the core. I feel this energy. I just want to cry and yell and scream on the floor. It's a really, really tough energy. I think some of you guys are manifesting the ability to not feel this anymore, but it's not happening as quick as you want it to. So in terms of the obstacles, it basically is, I think you're just trying to move too quickly. Whatever the situation is for you, you are trying to like wrap it up. You guys are like, okay, come on, let's go. Like, wrap it up, universe, wrap it up. Time to go. And it's like, universe is saying, well, hang on now. You haven't finished this. And you're not close to finishing it if you're going to try and wrap it up this quickly. And I think the only way you're going to experience this wish of ending whatever this pain is by just putting in the work of healing yourself, of feeling what you feel, of accepting the fact that something has come to an end or that you are in pain, and accept the fact, because it'll help you transition forward. It will help you move on from doing it, it'll help you move on from this situation, whatever it is. It's kind of interesting because I think for some of you it could be definitely career related, or like job related, or family even, but for some of you it's definitely like emotional connection of people, of someone in your life. It's very interesting because I think this pile feels very heavy, but it also feels like you guys are willing to put in the work that is required. I know I'm saying I think a lot. Apologies. But what this card of be bold and make the first move is, it's not necessarily saying be bold and make the first move of something else. It's saying that you need to have the courage to not lie to yourself, to be honest with yourself about what exactly you're feeling, what exactly you're going through, and not lie to yourself about what exactly it is that you feel or want, or what you're wishing will change. Because I think you guys have a sense that, oh, I shouldn't feel this way because of whatever reason. And whatever that reason is, it's total bullshit. It's not real. It's just that you guys are using it to provide comfort to yourself because it'll help you, or you think it'll help you to be quick at moving on. But this isn't going to be quick. This is going to be quite slow. because it has to end first. It's like it hasn't even fully ended yet, and you guys are already being like, well, why hasn't it moved on? Like, well, because it hasn't even ended yet. You know? Yeah, it's definitely very interesting. I want to take a quick look at the star. Universe, can we clarify the star, please? Yeah, you guys are wanting a fresh start of some kind. For sure. Wishing for that new beginning. Universe, can we clarify the star? You guys are hoping for strength. You guys are hoping to feel back in your power. And we have the Six of Wands. Didn't we have the Six of Wands? What is this one? This is the Six of Swords, isn't it? Yeah, that's the Six of Swords. Maybe it was a different pile that had the Six of Wands. You guys are hoping to have some type of victory here of... It's like... You guys are hoping to kind of be served the golden platter. You're hoping that everything you ever wish for will happen. Because I think whatever this thing that you're leaving is everything you don't want. Yeah, definitely. You guys are very hopeful. You guys have a lot of courage. You guys definitely are like, okay, I can do this. I can go get it. I just think that maybe your hastiness is getting a little bit too hasty, if you know what I mean. Like, it's okay to slow down. It's okay. You don't have to complete this in a day, right? No one's expecting you to heal in a day. It doesn't happen in a day. It happens with hard work over time. Multiple days, multiple weeks even of healing effort before you'll see something start to change, or you'll be out of this, you know. Okay, let's move on to some guidance from the universe for you to close the reading. Universe, advice and guidance for pile 2, please. Nine of Cups. That's a nice energy. Universe, advice and guidance for pile 2. Advice and guidance for pile 2, please, universe. Ooh, the World again. One more, please, universe. For pile 2, sorry. Advice and guidance for pile 2. Four of Cups. So we have the King of Cups, the World, and the Four of Cups. Your guidance... Your guidance is really just to take some time to really sort out your emotions, because something that I was getting this entire reading is a little bit of chaotic, like chaos. I think you guys are kind of like operating on like 4 times speed, and the universe is asking you to slow down and operate on 1 times speed, or even half speed if you have to. Like, because we have the World twice, and you guys have the King of Cups, so like, you know what I mean? Like, you'll get there. You'll get there. You will get there. You will, whatever you're wishing for, whatever your star moment is that you're trying to manifest here, it will happen. It will come in eventually. But these other things need to close down first, and they're not going to be instantaneous. If you want to rush them instantly, then you're not fully closing them, and you're delaying your own manifestations. So you guys really need to just take a moment to step back and just figure it out, like step by step by step. this does definitely, it's like you guys watched pile 2 and you guys go back and watch pile 1 or something like that. Because pile 1 almost felt like an upgraded version of this, which is really funny. So if you had any, like, if you felt drawn to pile 1, you might want to go watch it. It might resonate, it might not. Definitely different energies here. But very similar cards and similar message, kind of, too. So yeah, it's definitely, yeah, like I said, your manifestations will come in. What you're looking for will come in. You just really need to follow this guidance of this card here. Meditate and contemplate. I think you guys need to take some time to actually figure out what you're doing and what you want. Sort things out. Take the time to do it. Take days, take weeks even. Just take time to figure it out, because this isn't something that's going to be quick. You know what I mean? This isn't something that's going to instantly happen. It's going to be slow. Because you'll know when it completes. You'll know when this cycle is done with. You'll know when it reaches that point. And if you think, okay, I reached that point, but then maybe you start thinking about it again, it's like, then it's not done yet. You know what I mean? Like, if you're still having up and down days about this, then it's not completed yet. You're not quite there yet. And I obviously, take liberties with that as you will. But that's just what Spirit is saying. That's just what they're trying to tell you. So anyways, pile 2, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys want to click the like button down below if you enjoyed it, that would mean the world to me and help me out a lot. You guys can click the subscribe button if you want to see more of my tarot YouTube videos, and you can click the bell notification to be notified of when I post a new video. I've also, in the description, posted my Ko-Fi link, because I am looking to start personal readings, and so if you guys can want to go check that out, you can. You can also check out my Twitter as well. I'll be posting when I get to personal readings on there. I also am semi-active on Twitter. I'm trying to be more active on Twitter. We'll put it that way. So yeah. If you guys have enjoyed this video, leave a comment as well if you guys want to. And yeah, I think that's kind of it. So hang in there. I just got that from Spirit. I looked at the Hanged Man. I was like, hang in there. Oh my god. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, pile 2. Hey, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So today we are going to be looking into why your obstacles, or why your manifestations are not coming in. So what are the obstacles in your manifestations is what we're going to be looking at today. So it's definitely going to be a more generalized reading. So if you're expecting like a super detailed, like specific to your manifestation, then this is definitely not that type of reading. If you've come from the other piles, you'll kind of know what's up. But we're just going to be taking a look at the energies and what exactly is blocking you. And you can then take that and apply it to your specific situation. And obviously, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So, we did 2 oracles, so let's take a look at your oracles to start. Oh, I love this card. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, it's so crisp. It's so clean. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Powerful energies right off the bat. And we have a time for healing, balsamic moon. Interesting. To clarify your oracles, we have the 10 of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Cups. Let me just organize those. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's like, I'm almost wondering if you guys are wondering, like, if your manifestation is grounded, emotional, and stable something with something. And you're wondering... Oh, it's so weird. Because it's like you guys want change. You want this upgrade of something. It's like you're upgrading something. Because we're already at the 10 and the Knight. So we're not that far off in terms of balancing energies. It's like you guys are wondering if an upgrade of some kind will occur. Because I think you guys are quite, I wouldn't say happy or satisfied, but you'd be content to stay where you are. It's just that you kind of want something to be different. There's something that needs to change. And I think it could be that maybe, I'm getting for some of you, like, it could have been like there was some type of conflict. There was something that didn't quite line up to what you were expecting it to or what you were wanting it to. And you're just like, okay, well, this thing needs to not happen ever again. This needs to change because I don't want to be in this energy anymore. And so, yeah, I'm getting the sense that you guys are wanting to kind of upgrade something. If you guys are just, like, starting out with something or just beginning with something, I honestly would pick another pile because this feels like something that's been going on for a while. Like, this is like involved energy from these cards. So if you're wondering about something that hasn't even really begun yet, I would pick a different pile. Hopefully one of the other two resonates. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting energy. I'm actually just going to go straight into your tarot because I feel like there's a lot to unpack. Universe, what is pile 3's what are pile 3's obstacles in their manifestations, or in this this manifestation? Pile 3's obstacles in this manifestation. Oops, a little too many cards. We have the Wheel. We have the Six of Cups. Oops, come on, card. There we go. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Star. And we have the Five of Cups. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. Just trying to, there we go. Make sure all of my cards don't completely fall over. I definitely still am getting the sense that, yeah, something is upgrading here. Something is evolving. It's interesting. We've gotten the Star every single pile, which makes total sense because this is a manifestation reading. But I think it's just interesting to see that you guys are truly trying to manifest something because it's showing up. We have a ton of Cups energy. We have the Knight, we have the 6, the 3, and the 5. Interesting. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is actually, honestly, it's kind of difficult to read the energy of this. And I feel like Spirit is being very intentionally vague about it. I'm getting the sense, too, that maybe you guys are a little bit closed off. I don't want to say closed off. It's like you guys are on pause. But Spirit is saying, like, now it's time to get going now. It's time to move. It's time to process this, because I feel like I feel like you guys are putting a lot of work into something. You're putting a lot of work into it, and some of the reason why you're not seeing... Oh, I just got the word distractions, and maybe that's why. Because I'm feeling very scatterbrained right now. I think, honestly, you guys are putting so many, like, as an analogy, you're putting so many cups into this manifestation that they're kind of all dominoing effect and falling over. And you're just like, oh my god, all of these things are not going anywhere at once. Nothing is working out the way I want it to. And I think you guys are so distracted by the idea that you just need to put more cups in, and it'll just keep working out if you put more in, that you're not realizing that the true truth of a situation is behind you. Because with this 3 of cups, oh, hello kitty, no, off, come on, curious, I don't have patience for this right now, come on. I know. Sorry, he's being kind of annoying today, so you're seeing me already annoyed at my cat. I love him, don't worry, he's great, he's lovely. But you'll notice that in these cards, like, you're looking away from the card. You're looking away from the card, you're looking away from the card, you're looking away from the card. And then we have this where you're looking at this kind of black hole, and you've got all these cups that you're trying to throw in, and it's kind of like, if I keep throwing the cups in, it'll get better. It'll get better and better, but you don't even notice that you have these cups that you kind of are manifesting behind you. And I feel like you're using distractions as a way to avoid having to look at whatever this thing is. Which is really interesting, because I think by looking at this, it'll bring change. And I'm wondering if you guys are wanting the change, but you're also kind of scared of it in a way. I feel like you guys are using friends, family, children, jobs. You're using a lot of other stuff as a way to distract yourself from having to see this. But it's like you manifested this. This cup is what you're wishing for. And the wheel is here to say, like, the wheel needs to change. And I think you're actually scared of that. I think there's just a bit of a fear of the wheel spinning. Because you're worried that if the wheel does spin, that you'll lose everything you've got with you already. And I don't think that's the case. But let's see. So let's clarify the wheel first. Can you clarify the Wheel of Fortune, please, universe? Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. The Magician. Yeah, you guys are manifesting this powerful change. Clarify the wheel, please. And we have, is this Strength? Okay. Yeah, you guys are manifesting literally you guys are manifesting the change. You guys are manifesting the wheel turning. And I think it's like you guys don't know your own strength. I think I feel like you guys are realizing that whatever you're manifesting is actually maybe coming a lot quicker than you anticipated. And it's like you guys are actually maybe a tiny bit like, oh, wait, like now? And you're just like, wait, I don't think I'm ready. Or at least you believe you're not ready. I think you are ready for whatever this change is. And I think you're kind of, like I said, using other distractions to distract you, basically. Let's clarify the Star. Universe, can you please clarify the Star? That's a few too many cards. Universe, can you clarify the Star, please? Oop. Okay, I'm going to take those. So, clarifying the Star, we have the 3 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and the King of Cups. Was it pile 2 who had that? Or pile 1? One of the piles had the 10 of Wands and the King of Cups. But yeah, you guys are manifesting longevity, emotional fulfillment. You guys are manifesting like this team effort, a group success, something that not just you but your close ones can experience too, or at least something that is collaborative in some form. But I think you might be manifesting putting too much on yourself, which I think is why you're kind of scared of this, because I don't think you knew that you were manifesting that. I don't think you knew that you were manifesting that all of this would have to be done by you. Like, universe is kind of looking at you being like, well, you asked to receive 1,000 pumpkin pies, but now you don't want them. You said you wanted it, but you're looking at it like, okay, well, I was joking about the 1,000. I don't need 1,000 pies. That's way too many. What the fuck am I supposed to do with 1,000 pies? I just wanted one. And the universe is kind of looking at it like, then you should have just manifested one. Like, and obviously, I mean, pumpkin pie is delicious, let's be honest, but no one needs 1,000 pumpkin pies. That's just way too many. What would you even do with that? You couldn't even feed 1,000 pumpkin pies for free if you tried. Like, that's just too many pies. So I think you guys are almost scared of the fact that you have so much responsibility in this, that you guys are scared because you kind of manifested maybe a little too much. And I think, honestly, it would be helpful to use these distractions to help take the load off. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at Three of Cups. Can you clarify the Three of Cups, please? Okay, interesting. So we have the Hermit, we have the Three of Swords, and we have the King of Swords. I think you guys are scared to approach... I think you guys are scared to reach out to this maybe possibility of help. Because of pain in the past. And I think you guys are looking at this from a logical standpoint rather than an emotional standpoint. If you reach out to them saying like, I really need help with this, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overloaded, I don't know what I'm doing, I think they'll be very receptive. But if you reach out being like, oh, you can do this, and then you can do that, and then we can have this, and then like you'll get this amount of money for this amount of work with this amount of time. If you approach them up in your head, they're gonna turn their back on you, because, or at least, I mean, you think they will, because there's some pain tied up here. I think the expectation won't be appreciated, right? I think your request won't go over very well with them. But if you approach them emotionally, and not over emotional, of course, but if you approach them in a way that is compassionate versus logical, I think you'll find you'll have much better results with that group to be able to see what's going on. So let's take a look at the Six of Cups really quickly. I just want to clarify that to make sure. Universe, can you please clarify the Six of Cups? Eight of Wands. Yeah, reaching out to these distractions that you guys are kind of looking at right now. Okay, universe, that was a little unnecessary. Really? Messing up my nice, neat... Oh my goodness. Messing up my nice, neat piles. Universe, can we please clarify the Six of Cups in a neat fashion? Perfect. Perfect. Okay, then we have the Four of Pentacles to go with it. I know I said this wouldn't be specific, but I think it's like having peace of mind about this for not only yourself, but the people in your life will help. Whatever you're going through, you can reach out to other people, but you need to approach them in a very empathetic, compassionate, soft and gentle way. Because if you approach them being like, here's the plan, I think they're not going to be very receptive to you. It could also be this could be talking about yourself. So this could be that the universe is saying like, don't approach your next steps as being like, A1, A2, A3. Because if you try to count every sliver of wood in a plank to build a step, you're going to be counting a really long time, and you're going to be worrying about really unnecessary things. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to be practical, but you don't want to be, like, obsessive about every detail. I think, honestly, Spirit is saying, like, zoom out a bit, like, look a little bit more at the bigger picture. You don't need to be so detail-oriented, because this major change that you're wanting is coming. It's happening. It's just that you guys are so focused on things that don't even you're so focused on irrelevant things that you might even miss this huge change. It might, it might start happening, and I think maybe it has started to happen, and you guys are freaking out about it now, being like, oh my god, this is way too much. So, let's clarify the Five of Cups really quickly. Universe, can you please clarify the Five of Cups? Six of Wands. Yeah. If you guys start focusing on that cup that you manifested that you don't want to look at, that is behind you, that is, not all the, you guys are focusing so much on the negative that there's something positive in your life that you kind of forgot about. Can we clarify the Five of Cups, please? Not reversed. Okay. And the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, again, it's kind of just repeating a message at this point. The victory is coming. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are really going to be getting that victory, that Six of Wands, just like absolute celebration, victory in something. Like, this is it, right? This is the thing that you wanted. This is the support you asked for. This is everything you kind of wanted. And if you guys keep yourself attached to this incessant detail energy of this distraction energy, you're going to miss it right by. It's going to fly right by you. Like, you're not even going to know that it's happening. I'm also getting a sense too that, like, with the Queen of Pentacles, like, there are people you can reach out to. There are people that you can ask for help with. You don't have to do it on your own. You don't have to do it by yourself. There are people out there that will help you to do this. You just have to actually see them and approach them in the right way. Don't show up as the devil. Show up as, I don't want to say angel, but, just don't show up as, don't antagonize people for help. Just approach it being honest and authentic and very calm and peaceful, and people will be really receptive to helping you out. And if they aren't receptive, then remember, rejection is divine protection. So if someone is like, no, I can't help you at all, then good. The universe is watching out, because maybe that person was going to muck it all up anyways. So I wouldn't want that if I were you. Let's get some guidance from the universe to close off your reading. Universe, what is your advice and guidance for pile 3? What's your advice and guidance for pile 3? Okay, so we have the Lovers, the Five of Pentacles, and Temperance. Yeah, it's about reaching out to people that you can count on to help you. That dividing your assets is not a failure. It's just dividing the workload amongst people, right? If you try to lift a couch by yourself, you're gonna be met with a lot of challenge. Whereas if you just went ahead and asked someone to help you, it would be 1,000 times easier. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just simply means that some things require assistance, and to not be afraid to reach out to people and ask for that, because like I said, temperance is like finding that middle path, right? Because, like, great, you can lift a couch by yourself, no one cares energy, but you can't lift a couch by yourself, so you must be a failure. Neither of those are applicable. Neither of those are really true, but you're kind of making them to be true. And universe is wanting you to just pick the middle ground. It's kind of why we have the Five of Pentacles here, is because I see it as dividing the workload, right? Asking for help and finding that healing energy within yourself to actually ask for help and feel okay, to feel secure, because like I said, asking for help isn't a bad thing. You know what I mean? And if you approach people the right way and be very honest and authentic about it, I think you'll find that a lot of people are really willing to help you out. You just have to actually ask them, and learn and know that you're not a failure for having to ask for help, because everyone needs help. Everyone does, right? There's no person in the world who doesn't need some type of assistance. And if you think you do, you're lying to yourself, you know? So yeah, that's basically all I have for you, pile 3. I hope this helped. It was a little bit more specific than the other 2 piles. But yeah, I really do feel like, I mean, this is going to change. So I'm very optimistic about this. If you guys did choose this pile, leave a comment down below if you want to. You don't have to, of course. And you know, like, if you ever want to reach out in the comments, obviously don't give out any personal info, but you know, I love reading comments, and I usually try to respond to as many as I can. I love helping people and stuff like that. So thank you, pile 3, for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed it, you can click the like button down below. That would really help me out. Or you can click the subscribe button as well, to see the rest of my tarot videos, and you can click bell notification to get notified when I upload something new. And yeah, I in the description as well, I have left my Ko-Fi link. I will be opening personal readings beginning of December sometime. Not December 1st. It'll probably be like after the new moon happens. So like the 5th-ish, maybe, somewhere around there. But I will be opening personal readings soon. So if you want to book a personal with me, you can do so through the Ko-Fi link. Anyone who does donate over, I think it was set to like $5.55, will get, like, you know, if there's there's a post on my Ko-Fi that'll be up by the time this video goes up, basically explaining that anyone who donates over a certain amount will get a personal reading from me. Very short one, but a personal reading from me, as sort of like a beginning of my tarot journey here on YouTube and on Twitter and all that stuff. Also, if you want to go check out my Twitter as well, I do post on there somewhat regularly. Yeah, I'm kind of rambling. So thank you, pile 3. I will see you guys in the next video, or pile, or wherever I will see you next, and bye.